Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for January 17th through 23rd, 2022. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I'm truly grateful for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, and your fabulous energy. So we're going to get right into your reading. If you stay tuned right till the end, I do have a contest announcement for you guys. Managed to free up a little bit of time to have a little contest for a free reading. So let's get right into your reading though for your week ahead. I'll make that announcement a little bit later. Not everyone is interested in a contest. So let's see what we've got for you. We've got transformation and we've got a loving man. So this is super interesting. We do have a full moon in Cancer coming up on the 17th, so right at the very start of your week. For you, Capricorn, this lands in your 7th house of partnerships. Okay, your lovers, your spouse, your past partnerships, your business partnerships, okay, so partnerships of all kinds. And of course, I can't help but notice right here is that you've got transformation coming out right beside the loving man. So for some of you who are single, keep your eyes and ears peeled because you just might meet a new romantic interest. You may also meet any of you, okay, a new business partner, a new connection at work. Sometimes you just have that new person that starts and you just click, you just feel their vibe, right? And so certainly some kind of connection that may come in here, okay, that can certainly change your life. Now for others of you here with transformation and the loving man, okay, the loving man can be a female, by the way, just somebody who is tapping into that masculine energy, okay? Some of you perhaps have a little surprise coming your way, an offer of love and romance, maybe a nice romantic dinner, something like that. But you could also have some sort of life-changing event that comes in here as well. Okay, partnering up with the right people, new people. We do have Mercury in retrograde, so there may be a past person coming back for some of you, okay, or even a reconnection of any kind, a friend, a business, an old business colleague, anything like that, okay? So you are entering a cycle of transformation here, so there's probably going to be some changes in the winds for you in the next week or so, and this could just be little minor changes here and there, but perhaps some of you are making some really big plans. This particular full moon really does invite you to close the door on anything that has not worked for you in 2021 and to open up this fresh energy. It's like this final line in the sand. Okay, so some of you are really doing a lot of work on yourself and you're trying to let bygones be bygones, let the past be the past so that you can take the steps and you can move forward a little bit clearer, a little bit more enlightened, and perhaps a little bit more optimistic about the time ahead for you. And this particular full moon actually brings about some healing with the alignment of Mercury and Chiron, which is the healing planetoid or whatever they call it. Okay, so you do have some healing element, healing of the mind, letting those things go. So changes, transformation, personal transformation, growth, perhaps some possibly even a surprise, something that you didn't quite expect. But the loving man, of course, can represent a new person coming in, can represent a person that you already know, a romantic interest, possibly your spouse, a friend, and even a business colleague. You and this person click, you jive. And this too could certainly lead to something very wonderful and something magical. So this person may actually have an offer of some sort for you. Maybe it's just somebody that you get together with. All right, so certainly may be a very important person that really plays a big role in your week ahead. So let's pull your tarot and let's see what else we've got for you here, Capricorn. And you know what? I can't help but notice both of these. The cycle card is number 5, right? 5s are usually about change, obstacles, challenges, all those things. Okay, so a change here. And then the people card there with the loving man is also a 5. So number 55 is already showing up for you in your reading. Sign, symbol, synchronicities. For some of you, you could have, whenever we see the repeating numbers, it could certainly be a sign of something that you've manifested into your life. So you've either manifested something new into your life, a new connection, a new partnership, okay, or even those improvements, leveling up. Think engagements, you know, someone getting down on one knee, someone, you know, telling you that, you know, you enter into a next level of commitment, or even enter into the I love yous kind of thing. Okay, maybe even rekindle a spark. But whatever it is, there is some changes, and this is something that you've wanted, something that you've manifested. And, you know, like I said, with Mercury in retrograde, you could certainly have a situation and a connection that comes back in. Okay, quite often when we have Mercury in retrograde, it sometimes does have people crawling out of the woodwork a little bit. So, heart of your reading here, what do we have? The Eight of Matches, and that is the Eight of Wands energy, and we will certainly consider that as part of manifestation. Thoughts and influences, we've got the Queen of Buttons. Underlying feelings and your foundation, we've got the Death card with endings. There's your change and transformation right there. All right, which may be a little bit tricky for you. We've got the King of Needles, which is the King of Swords. We also have the Four of Matches right behind you, and then auspicious placement for you, the King of Buttons, soulmate energy coming in here, the King and Queen of Buttons, and we also have the Two of Cups. This is absolutely beautiful energy coming in here for you guys. Okay, so just make sure you can see all of these. It's easier for me to read these if I have them faced me and not faced angled that way. Otherwise, I am reaching all the way over there, and then all you see is my arm, and that's not really what you want to see. So heart of your reading here, the Eight of Matches. Okay, expect a big shift here. Things are starting to move fast. This is all about communication, quick communication, good news, positive energy coming in here. This shows that things are speeding up for you. If you've been feeling as though things have been stuck in a rut or stagnant for some time, hold on to your hat there, folks. Okay, things are about to get a little bit faster here for you. Okay, the Eight of Matches is quite often the first signs of manifestation, showing you that your intentions hit their mark. Okay, so really focus on your communication. Okay, and you might even need to make those quick, snappy, speedy decisions in the week ahead here in all aspects. But you know what? But you're doing it, and you're doing it like a boss. And it's like, yep, I just got to do this, 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 and this. Sometimes we linger for a long time when we have to make decisions about things or when we need to get something done. But the week ahead, full of activity. All right, you've got the energy that you need to move through your week in the best way possible. Okay, your thoughts here, what is influencing you? We do have the Queen of Buttons, so your home may be on your mind, where you spend a lot of time maybe on your mind as well. The Queen of Buttons is the Queen of Pentacles, and it's very much a nesting kind of energy. Okay, it brings about success, brings about abundance. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles is very abundant in all forms. All right, but there may be things that you need to take a practical approach on. You might need to keep a good head on your shoulders, and as far as this particular card in this position goes, it's like you really do have a good head on your shoulders this week. You're taking your time to make decisions, okay? Excuse me, even if you're in those situations where you do need to make, decide something really fast, okay, or get something done really quickly, it's all about your approach. Okay, so it's not necessarily one of those things where it's like, oh, just a fly-by-night thing. It's like, okay, I have to make a decision. Great. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, and, then kind of think, okay, weigh up some pros and cons here. Okay, yeah, great. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, but the Queen of Buttons here really is about nurturing your goals, nurturing your dreams, nurturing your situation, nurturing yourself. Okay, and really keeping a very positive kind of mindset here. You might be thinking about your money, your home, might be thinking about building that life for yourself, but of course you could also be really thinking about a very important person in your life. And with the King and Queen of Buttons both coming out here, this could certainly represent a new business partnership coming in, especially with that loving man, and here is that man, okay, with the King of Buttons, or someone with a masculine energy, right? They've got this yang approach to things. Okay, so you could certainly be partnering up with the right people. This might be somebody that you already know, and you're just kind of like really, how shall I say, really coming into alignment with this person, right? You're getting to know each other a little bit, and you're finding out that you're very much on the same page, because we do have that Two of Cups that's right there as well. So certainly a very positive energy that is coming in here for you. But the King and Queen of Buttons could certainly represent new romantic interest as well. Okay, long-term commitment, long-term connections as well. The Pentacles energy is long-term. Excuse me. Okay, and it is something that You know, it's those long-term commitments, those long-term investments even, okay, because you could certainly be thinking about your investments, right? Maybe some of you are getting some dividends in the week forward, okay, something that you've had this investment somewhere for a long time, and now things are really starting to come to fruition for you, especially with that 8 of matches, okay? So certainly some very exciting energy, really positive, uplifting energy coming in here for you guys. So we do have the Death card here as your underlying feelings. So you know that there is something changing in the week forward, okay? You know that either you need to initiate some sort of change in order to bring about what it is that you want, and to bring about new connections into your life, new opportunities into your life, or even get your existing situations where they want to be. And you know this, okay? This is in your underlying influences, your underlying feelings, right? Creating a foundation of personal growth, of transformation, of relationship growth, of leaving the past behind. Such excellent energy when we've got that Cancer, full moon in Cancer, okay? Bringing about all of that healing. And the Death card really does, the Death card does bring about endings sometimes, okay? But it's usually in the form of a transformation, okay? But it could certainly be that you know that you need to leave some things behind, okay? You're closing the door on one chapter of your life. You're closing the door on some difficulties from 2021, and you are looking forward to 2022 with a lot more optimism, okay? So it's like that final shut the door in your face 2021, go away, I don't ever want to see you again, and I'm only going to focus on moving forward. Some of you have done a lot of personal growth and some healing and some spiritual growth and transformation as well, and you may actually have a big shift coming up this week as well, especially kicking off with that full moon. And you could just be really feeling this within you, okay? But, you know, certainly you have a lot of things under your control, because the Death card can certainly be something that's under your control as well, okay? Even if someone comes towards you with an offer, it doesn't mean you have to say yes, okay? You can turn something down, especially if you've got someone coming back from the past. Okay, and if you do have someone coming back from the past and maybe they just want to make amends, maybe they just want to get a little bit of closure, okay, but this could be a person who comes back and says, I've changed, I've done this, I've done this, I've done a lot of work on myself, and you know, they could certainly come back with that. So you can make that decision. You don't have to welcome them back, and you don't have to say yes if that's the offer that they have for you. All right, you might want to, even though they come in here really quick, maybe even out of the blue, okay, you do what's right for you, right? Just because someone wants something doesn't mean you have to give it, okay? So certainly a change is certainly there for you. So inauspicious placement here. So when we have these two, this is just something that's behind you a little bit. So inauspicious can just be something that is catches you off guard, something that you don't expect, okay? Or something that's just a little bit more difficult for you to deal with. And excuse me. So it really is interesting. We do have the King of Swords, okay, or the King of Needles in this particular deck, and with this being, you know, the King of Needles really is about logical thinking, about communication, okay, and Mercury is, of course, in retrograde. So pay really close attention to communication in the week forward. Okay, this could be conversations that come to you out of the blue, a person who wants to talk that comes in out of the blue, okay, or maybe a conversation just doesn't go quite your way. All right, so really pay attention, okay, to your communication, written, verbal, internal as well, okay, as well as to those around you. All right, you may have some issues, or you may have some challenges with regards to people in positions of authority, okay, or in positions of leadership in some sort, okay, possibly a few little things here and there with some colleagues, or maybe even some spouses, okay, so certainly some sort of communication that just may be just really pay attention to communication there as well, okay. You may be at some point feeling a little bit out of control or a little bit overwhelmed. Okay, usually the King of Swords really is about that calm energy, that focus, that clarity, trusting your intuition, okay, taking a logical approach to things, innovative, you know, having to take a perhaps innovative approach to things. Some technology can sometimes be in regards to technology as well. So you may have some technology that goes a little bit haywire. And as Mercury is in retrograde, we do have that goes on. Sometimes your cell phone doesn't work, your computer eats a couple of files or something like that. Okay. And so certainly just pay attention to that. Okay. But with the Four of Matches coming out here as well, you might be feeling as though there's something that's not quite on solid ground, okay? Or there's something that is a little bit challenging for you, something that really should be positive and really should bring in a cause for celebration or for happiness or, for even abundance, okay? Something is just a little bit off kilter. So this could certainly be with a person, right? And even if you have what looks like a really positive connection with somebody in your life, sometimes we need to hash something out. Okay, so sometimes we need to have those conversations that we don't want to have. Okay, because your inauspicious placement can certainly be something that you just don't want to do. Okay, so it's like, ugh, I gotta do this. Great. Okay, so you could certainly have those conversations in your workplace, in your home. Okay, maybe there's some plans for a celebration or a get together that you're putting together and you're just like kind of a little bit not into it. And perhaps you're just feeling a little bit scatterbrained. You may also be feeling, because we do have hold the Four of Matches up for you. Okay, with the Four of Matches, the Four of Wands energy usually does bring in this celebration, a sense of achievement, getting together with friends, with family, okay, with business colleagues, right? It also brings in an energy of foundation. So, and it's quite often known as the 1111 card as well, okay, manifesting your goals and your dreams. And so certainly there could be something that you've been wanting something you've been hoping for, and this could catch you by surprise. All right, your inauspicious is just something that you don't quite expect. So there could be, again, some engagement, some offer, something that comes in, someone that wants to talk to you, have a conversation with you. And the Eight of Matches shows that it's super duper positive, but it could just catch you a little bit off guard, something that you don't quite expect. Okay, so that can be in any area of your life. All right, it still feels, even though it's in your inauspicious placement, they're very positive cards anyway. Okay, and so even if something is a little bit challenging for you, or maybe you're trying to put together some sort of plans, right? And it's like I'm just like getting, blocked at every kind of turn here, but whatever your challenges are, communication, celebrations, okay, even feeling as though you've got your firm feet on the ground. And of course, the Four of Matches brings in a foundational energy. But if you've got some changes going on with the Death card, then you might feel as though you're a little bit on shaky ground. But sometimes with great change comes great reward. So things are working out for you, a little bit bumpy perhaps, okay, but things will certainly, if you logical, grounded approach, practical, grounded approach there with that Queen of Buttons, and you will move forward. So of course we do have the King of Buttons and the Two of Cups. So hello, love and romance. I mean, hello. Okay, new partnerships, existing partnerships, connections in all areas of your life with the King of Buttons and the Two of Cups. This could certainly be a perfect business partnership, a perfect investment opportunity, something that is guided towards you, something that is meant for you, something that you may have manifested into your life as well. This could bring something, if this is a person, okay, a good business person, someone who is very disciplined, someone who is incredibly smart. They've got a great head on their shoulders for business. Okay, for money. All right, and with that Two of Cups, that is that partnership, that connection. So business partnership, perhaps you're seeing like a bank manager or something. A financial advisor could even come in regards to this as well. Okay, but this can also be really just getting things squared away. Okay, figuring out your money, figuring out your finances, feeling really, really good. But this can also represent you, especially since we've got that Death card there. You could certainly be in that position where you have really stepped into a really good sense of yourself, okay? Because the Two of Cups can really be where you meet your higher self. You're feeling good, you're feeling in balance, you're feeling in harmony, okay? The King of Needles over here, the King of Swords, there may be something here with a previous connection that at one point was really happy, and you're letting that go so that you can welcome in the new, a new sense of yourself. We use that sword or the needle in this deck, excuse me, on the King of Needles to completely detach from anything from the past so that we can move forward and feel really better about the future. And it's like, this big breath of fresh air, and and you're feeling really good and really confident. Okay, so, but I really do see as well that some of you have some increases in your financial area as well. Okay, so some of you could be getting something that you really wanted for a long time. You might need to go for an interview, King of Needles, okay, an interview that can actually lead to, some celebration, some abundance. The King of Buttons brings in abundance. It's like, I have to go on this interview to get what I want. I've got this on my mind with the Queen of Buttons. I have a feeling this is the perfect job for me, the perfect partnership for me, something that can bring in a lot of happiness, a lot of joy into my life. But maybe you're one of those people, you don't love going on interviews. I mean, let's face it, who does love going on interviews? Certainly not me. Okay, so that could just be a little challenge, but the rewards are great. Okay, so super duper positive, whatever that happens to be for you. Of course, that King of Buttons can be that soulmate kind of energy. All right, the Two of Cups represents a soulmate energy as well. So improvements in partnerships of all kinds, improvement in your finances. Some of you are leveling up, and we just got abundance freaking everywhere for you guys. So this is super wonderful. And so I'm going to leave that there. But I'm going to close out your reading with a couple of Angels of Abundance cards here for you. And in this deck, just so you're aware, excuse me for clearing my throat a little bit. I've got a little bit of a tickle in my throat. So anyway, so we're going to close out your reading here with a couple of Angels of Abundance, and then I'll let you know about the contest here. So in this deck, by the way, it does use the word God. Okay, you can replace the word God with source, spirit, universe, whatever happens to be for you. So we have obstacles and blocks are lifted and no more complaining. Beautiful. Okay, obstacles and blocks are lifted. Don't we love that? All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Lovely. All right. And then we also have no more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Okay, there you go. Absolutely beautiful. So just really quickly there, I'm going to leave that there for you guys. If there was something there, hopefully there was. If there was, please hit that like button there. Subscribe to my channel as well. Get those YouTube analytics going into high gear for me there. That would be wonderful. So a quick contest announcement here. Okay, so with the weekly readings, I am announcing this contest. One lucky subscriber will win a free reading from me. It's usually about an hour, hour and a half. Okay, we can do one big subject. We can do a few different little things. Okay, some spiritual, love, money, whatever that happens to be for you. Okay, all you need to do is you have to be subscribed to my channel. Leave me a comment in the comment box down below. If you're a new subscriber, just say subbed. And if you're already an existing subscriber and you want in on the contest, just say something like I'm in, something like that. Okay, and then what I will do probably on Wednesday, I think, is when I will announce the winner for that contest. Okay, and I'll just be random from everything. Spirit will actually guide me to the right person, and we will go from there. I'll probably do it, I'll likely do it on video, pre-recorded video, okay, because I do tend to do my readings at about 4 o'clock in the morning. So most people aren't awake at that time of day, and energy is fluid, knows no boundaries, and believe me, it still works. All right, so I'm going to leave that there for you guys. So if you want in on that contest, then let me know in the comments box below. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.